So that was Robots from the Sky, part 2, and honestly, I'm not sure how I feel about this one. As usual, I'll say what I liked, what I didn't like, and then I'll give it a score, starting with what I didn't like. I will say, this may sound weird, but let me explain myself here. Let me try to word this properly. Despite the amount of things happening in this episode, it really didn't feel like anything happened in this episode, if that makes any sense. As much action as there was going on screen, a lot of back and forth with the battling and everything, really nothing of interest really happened in this episode as far as plot progression goes. Really all we got to see was seeing that all the robots, every single one, Friendbot, the Q-bots from that one area, all of Eggman's robots, everything, it seems, is under the influence of this malware. I guess that's really the only thing we got from this episode. Besides some fun banter between Sonic and Tails, getting to see them hang out again and actually do a mission together. And, of course, the breaking of the fourth wall. Also, I missed it the first time, but I watched through it again and I saw that there was an Independence Day reference. I gotta get me one of these. What else? That's really the biggest knock I have on this episode, is that despite a lot of things that were happening, it was a super action-packed episode. It really didn't feel like much happened, and I won't knock points off for the quick throwaway of Tails being in danger, because I guess they really didn't want that to be the focus of the next few episodes. It was really just to have a to be continued moment. It just seemed very like, oh no, I'm fine. It was just a book in my strap, which doesn't even cover my chest where I got hit. I don't think. I'm gonna have to rewind that and make sure, but yeah. What else? Other than that, I can't really think of any. That's really the only big negative I had on this. Other than that, I like that Amy could shoot. Yeah, Amy's shown that she can handle herself just fine. Very angrily, I may add. We got to see callbacks. We saw the Q-bots again. We got to see Friendbot again, despite him being under the influence of this malware. And I guess the plot thickens with the what's it called? Morristown now being some sort of not sanctuary. It looks like it was actually either attacked, or maybe it wasn't all it was cracked up to be. I guess we'll find out in part 3 whenever that comes out, but as of now, I'll say I didn't like this one. I didn't like this one even more than part 1. I think this one was weaker than part 1, and I don't know, that's a little crazy to think. Despite the amount of fighting and stuff in this episode, I feel nothing really happened, and that's the biggest knock I have on it. I'm trying to sound like impartial, but I don't know, I'm kind of down on this episode. It wasn't that bad, it's just I was hoping for a little more. What else? I think this is gonna be one of the shortest reviews I've ever done. I guess I'll wait for part 3. Again, I'm gonna withhold all judgment on these episodes until I see them all together, like part 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then I'll judge them as a whole. But as a part by itself, part 2 by itself, I will say this is probably a This is a 5.7 out of 10. The only thing that really kept this one afloat for me were the jokes, the fourth wall breaking jokes and stuff like that.
How can this day get any worse?
Haven't you learned by now not to tee up action like that?
I don't like this feeling, but you know, maybe I was too harsh on this one. Let me know what you guys thought of this one. Did you guys like it a lot more than I did, or do you feel about the same, or did you not like this one at all? I'd really like to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment below, hit that like button, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already for more videos like this. In the meantime, I'm gonna eagerly await part 3, and hopefully we finally get to see what the deal is with Morristown, or as I'll call it, Robotropolis in the sky. Find out next time, guys. Stay tuned.
Oh, rubber ducky, you're the one. You make bath time lots of fun. Rubber ducky, I'm awfully fond of you. Vo-vo-vo-dee-o.